to not settle to negotiate their pay with a woman. That was one of the stats he gave. He said it's a higher percentage of men. We don't just take the first offer. We negotiate more than women do. Women tend to just take the offer. Guys, also a number. Guys tend to ask for raises versus women don't ask for. Guys work longer hours, and he was just giving out actual numbers and stats from research. So he pretty much debunked the whole myth of it's unfair. And he's like, it's not. It's more to it than that. Guys are working longer hours. Guys are asking for raises. Guys are negotiating pay. Guys are not taking time off. Like, right? And kind of think about it. If you trying to go for a role and a woman is going for a role, there's a lot of things you got to take into consideration hiring that woman. Pregnancy and all of that.
Yeah.
At one of my jobs, man, it was this supervisor lady. I was getting pregnant every fucking year, bro. It was to the point that manager like, God damn, when is she not pregnant, bro?
But also, I don't know about that, but
yeah,
that one's kind of difficult for me because they get now they get the pregnancy pay.
Yeah, they get that too now.
I think it's like 5 weeks, which is good. I think it should be more.
Yeah. I definitely do think it.
Yeah,
but I'm saying like, wouldn't that factor in if you were a guy about to hire 2 managers, you wouldn't factor in like, hold on, what if this woman get pregnant again? And she's not here to cover the work, and I gotta still pay her more than or the same amount. Wouldn't you kind of say,
hey, you gotta pay,
let me take a few thousands off your salary instead of you giving her 60 like the guy? You might say, hey, I'm gonna give you 55.
Should be by performance. If this guy is working harder than you,
of course,
or maybe you get like a put down in, I don't know, like the title. I guess
it should be on performance, but one thing I learned. You never get paid what you deserve. Paid what you can leverage. You get paid what you negotiate. So it kind of takes the performance thing out of it because this is a capitalist country.
But also, like from, I think it's like Jordan Peterson. It's like, I don't know if you know him.
No, that name sounds familiar.
He's just like another Kevin Samuels type guy.
Canadian?
No, I don't remember. He's a white guy.
But I'm pretty sure I've seen something.
I think I said this before that women, they basically have better jobs than us.
I think so too.
Or they get better pay. Like they're more highly educated. They're more likely to have a diploma or anything.
That's what it seems like.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the numbers, but to me, it seems like they're doing better than us.
They are.
That's what I'm like.
They don't have to work as hard, and now you don't have to be a stay-at-home mom. But the main thing, what would be a regular job, a base job for a man? Construction, right?
Oh yeah, I guess some laboring kind of job.
Some laboring, breaking your back type job, where more likely than not you're gonna lose a finger or get
some kind of chronic back pain or something, or arthritis or something.
What's a regular job for women? It's like
nursing, some kind of office, calling, customer service kind of thing.
And that's already a high paying job.
Yeah. That's what I would think. Like I said, I would have thought like, hold on, what did they complain? I'd be like, I think I got the better job, or at least the better jobs as far as like actual doing no physical labor or nothing. And that's what I thought. I'm like, yo, women getting more degrees, like they getting paid more. I'm like, what's the problem? But apparently they still like complaining.
Like all my jobs have been like physically, like I have to lift 50 pounds over and over and over. Probably one of the hardest workouts that I usually have to do. And I never see like a woman lifting anything.
It's funny you say that because a few of the jobs I used to work, when guys wanted to go over more to the customer service department, they was really getting only putting women for those, you know? And it comes back to thing because I'm like, what would make them want to do that?
Yeah, women.
I talked to a few, but they like, women are more sociable. Guys, and plus the job is a little bit physical. Y'all can do it better than them, and I'm like,
why I gotta hurt my back? Why I gotta hurt my back for?
There's the debunk for the equality and the extra pay and shit. Like,
then pay me
the expectations are different. What you expect from a man?
If a person just has to stay there, same spot, talk to people, maybe move left and right.
he couldn't sit down. You sit down. What are you doing? But then they in the office, so they can sit down in the chair. Yeah. Like I said, I don't know too much of the numbers, but just based on that video, because I was always with they need to do something. Well, guys are making more, but when I seen that video and he was giving out stats and citing his sources, I'm like, hold on.
That's another life again.
I'm like, hold on. So maybe it makes sense for the guy to get paid when he was getting he was listening reasons.
Yeah.
I was like, hold on. He was giving out numbers and stats, and he did a little, I think it was like a 15, 12-minute video on it.
Our dumbass is more likely to get a job that will kill us.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, as far as that equal play and all of that, that's only like for those kind of leadership CEOs, office. They're only fighting for those type of things. They're not fighting for the other jobs, like you said, the men, because they ain't really women going into those fields anyway.
And then you have a female boss who believes that this thing will be like a male dominated type thing. So they got like up their ego.
Yeah, sometimes they be sometimes they're worse than the actual like a male boss.
Yeah.
Cause that's something they feel like they need to do, because they probably coming in there thinking they know I'm a woman, they ain't gonna respect me, so now I'm gonna have to go extra hard. Which sometimes they don't really have to do, but that's probably their mindset when you get put into those environments.
You can see it when once they get that title and then they they become the overseer and they just like maybe it'll work on you if you were like 20, but when you're like older age, you just like look at them like.
Yeah, they never knew how to deal with me because I never really gave them too much to go off of.
Yeah,
it was like I was quiet, I ain't say much. You knew they was bad, but they never knew how to exactly go about it. And I said, that's good. I'm gonna keep it that way. They don't never know, like, is he gonna wild out on me, or I noticed it was always a difference from like when I fucked up, how they approach me compared to everyone else.
Well, would you be like a less?
Sentence? Yeah. They tend not to go as tough or rough on me,
Yeah.
And I think, because I said I'm quiet, I'm not speaking, I'm not saying much. So a lot of times people don't know how to approach a person like that.
Because I do the same thing. I like to say less than necessary unless I know somebody is like truly clean and they don't like they pass the cool test. But I had somebody say me like, "You too quiet. I don't trust you."
Oh yeah, I heard that.
And I was like, "Yo."
I heard that plenty of times, bro. I don't trust you, man. You quiet. What's up? What do you do? I'm like, ask me that, man. We ain't friends. You don't need to know what I'm doing outside of my job or whatever, but like, yeah. But I heard that plenty of times. Sometimes, a lot of the times, every time it bit me back in the ass when I tried to move up, and they say, "Hey, I don't know if you're sociable. You don't talk. You don't smile." And I'm like, "What the fuck that got to do with me getting the job done?"
Yeah.
Like, I gotta walk around putting on this fake smile. Hi, Chris and Johnny. Like, I don't do that. I keep it straight for, hey, how you doing? What's up? Keep it cordial. I keep it moving. They're like, oh, you don't sit with the other supervisors. You're not talking. And I'm like, I ain't talking to work.
Yeah.
Like, I had a few people I talked to because I asked the people I was cool with, I bonded with or whatever.
Which is kind of weird because the people who hang out and don't do anything is the ones who get promoted.
Oh, yeah.
But the laborers, they don't.
Yeah.
Work too hard.
I learned working in them jobs that when they doing that moving up, it has really less to do with your actual working performance.
Mm-hmm. This was cool. And
they looking for like,
in a circle.
I guess what they say, more leadership quality. The guy that's smiling every time. The guy that I guess that's looking optimistic. And the guy that can like seem like he can control things and get people to do work and shit like that.
Yeah.
Because I just working multiple jobs, the best guy never got the damn promoted, bro.
No.
I've been at jobs like, yo, this is the best fucking guy in the store. How you pick this guy Eric over Mike? Like, how did that happen? I said, Mike know how to do. Mike been in here longer than you. He trained the manager how to do certain shit.
It's because
that I'm like,
person probably know how to do 10 different things.
Oh yeah, and that's why I said, why working hard shit don't get you promoted, man.
And once you promote that person, you lose that person who do the 10 different things.
Why would they promote you when you know how to do everything? They know they can put you anywhere. You an Army Swiss knife. They ain't gonna get rid of you, bro. Mm-hmm. You the knife, you the corkscrew, you the butter knife, you the fork.
That's the problem that I basically had. I was able to do everything just out of boredom. I don't know.
I like, yeah. I made that mistake, but as I learn, I like to learn how to do everything, but I don't show it.
Yeah.
I don't show it, man. I've been that guy, like, yo, we gonna put you here. You know, there's certain departments or areas you rather prefer to work at.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's this one guy or a few guys. Nah, I ain't working with this guy. They don't like each other. Now they try to put you with the shitty person. You don't have a problem with it, but you don't want to be around him either. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a problem with the dude John, but I don't want to work with John. You know,
Yeah.
He works slow. Then I'm gonna have to pick up his slack, or just because you probably like working in one area better, it's easier for you to do.
I had somebody at my job, straight off coming from arguing with the females in front.
Yeah.
And then he comes to the kitchen, and I'm cutting vegetables and shit. And this dude's like calling me Poppy, and and he's touching me and shit. And literally like 10 minutes after that, I just put everything down and I dipped. I was like, yo, I'm not comfortable.
What made him think he could do that shit?
I don't know. I think he probably thought I didn't know
homosexual or something, or he was just very touchy.
He wasn't so sexual, I think.
He was just one of them guys like touching and shit.
I don't know, but I'm not comfortable with that.
Yeah, I ain't comfortable either. Touching me like, oh man, I could tell you. Are you familiar like with Dominican slangs and shit? No. It was like this one guy in one of the stores and companies.
I know how I feel about them. Like, go to podcast number 1.
Yeah, the dude was like, he'd go around and call everyone in the store daddy. And I don't know. I'd be like,
Poppy.
Well, not even Poppy. I'd be like, all right, cool. I'm used to hearing that, but daddy. Yo, how you doing, daddy? I'm like, what the fuck? And no, the other Dominicans, they know about it, but we like, I'm like, why the fuck you calling me daddy? Like, that chill, just say what up, bro. What's up, homie? What's going on?
Was he gay?
No, from what I know, no, but that was just the slang, but that was weird to hear. Like, what's up, daddy?
That's
how you doing? But that was the slang, but I was just something I couldn't get with.
I said this I said this before, but I saw on TikTok and it was like, I don't know about you, but there's a certain type of Spanish men. Is a woman saying this?
Yeah.
And she's like, who are you attracting when you have like a alpha male machismo, but then you're wearing tight pants with a pink polo shirt?
Apparently they getting someone, man. I know exactly what I'm pretty sure we know what kind of guys she's talking about.
Yeah,
they got that machismo, but the way they dress and carry themselves be like,
yeah,
like they don't even go together. You get what I'm saying?
She was talking about Dominicans. She was Dominican, and she was like, and she's like, "Who are you attracting? Because obviously it's not me."
He said tight pants with a pink polo shirt, but they got that. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think we all came across guys like, if you're in New York City, you definitely came across people like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like an oxymoron or a contradiction in a way. It's like it's weird.
They act like they should be just like us a little bit, you know.
They got the macho kind of mm-hmm. thing, but when you look at how they dress, it be like
looking like an aggressive gay. And,
yeah.
You know.
What you feel about like the shaping up the eyebrows and shit? I know Dominicans do that a lot.
I do that.
You do that a lot?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't do it a lot, but I do it like if I get a haircut and then it's gone the eyebrows, I guess.
Yo, okay.
Makes it look sharp.
I know they do that a lot. I guess it adds to the look that the girl was talking about.
I think it's called threading.
Threading.
But they also get like some Dominican dudes just do it at the barbers. They'll do it for them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because like I'd be like, now I gotta defend myself.
Oh no, you good. I just asked how you felt about it.
Like you probably don't.
My opinion over the years changed. At first, what the fuck you doing, shaping up your eyebrows? But cool. I'm like, all right, cool. If you get it, it's cool. My opinion changed over the years.
Everyone when I was single, and I brought a girl over, and we didn't do anything. We just went to go work out, and then she was like, and this is like my first time meeting her, and she's like, it was weird, like meeting you, like this is when I had muscles. It's like you're an OD pretty man, and the only thing I could think about is that your eyebrows is better.
How did you feel when she said that? It was
I
a
don't know.
regular.
I was like, I guess I'll take care of myself. I don't know.
yeah, girls are very observant with shit like that.
Yeah. I was like, maybe she thought I was
If
in
you
that
think
category.
if you think we checking out, they probably checking out guys more than we check out them, man. To be honest, females they're not gonna say, but they really be looking, bro. They will notice the slight difference, bro. They will notice.
I remember when like I used to be like that look at every single girl, but at a certain point you gotta take that shit out of you.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. If I'm walking down the street and I see a nice girl, I take a look and that's it. I'm not talking about on some.
But there's dudes that do that.
Yeah, but yeah, from what I was talking, hey, I see a nice girl, I take a second look. Okay.
Shit, I remember when I had like a OD high sexual drive.
Yeah.
I think it was the cold showers, nipped that in the butt.
Yeah, I love looking at a nice woman, man. I ain't cool. I'm not talking about doing some weirdo shit or whatever.
Like rape.
Yeah, I ain't talking about nothing like that or stopping them at the gas station and harassment. I look, I might say, "Lou, hey, how you doing?" Or that's it.
I be seeing that.
I don't think ain't nothing wrong with that. It's the other shit when dudes be surrounding the girls at the barbershop or at the gas station.
Oh,
all that weird shit. Now it's like, come on, y'all taking that shit too far, bro.
I remember when Puerto Rican Day Parade. I don't know if you remember this, when it was mad hot and somehow there was a fight that broke out. Then they grabbed Miss Puerto Rico and apparently they raped her. Or maybe it was a rumor.
Fuck? Oh shit!
But one thing they caught on video.
New York City, the right?
New York City.
God, how the hell they take off the floater
but one of them was the one that they caught on video. I don't know about the Miss Puerto Rico. Maybe that was a rumor.
Oh, okay.
But the one they caught on video was the tourist, German wife, man, and a whole bunch of Spanish dudes yanked the girl away from her, like in
yanked the girl away from him.
Mm-hmm. Matter of seconds.
Because he was trying to take the girl.
It's his wife.
Oh, it was his wife.
Yeah.
So all the people at the port, they snatched his wife from him.
Snatched his wife from him, and
wow.
Seconds, fucking clothes off, whole bunch of hands in her, and then she's like butt ass naked, left on the street and the floor.
Get the fuck out of here.
That was in the old days when
that shit was wild, bro.
Yeah,
that make me want to kill something. You do that to me in front of me and my wife, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I want to kill some shit, bro.
That's what my girlfriend. I was like, somewhere in Germany, there's a lady that hate Puerto Ricans. I understand. I understand.
Yo, I would want to kill something, bro. That's some wild shit right there, man. I'm telling you, if I had it on me, I would have been firing, bro.
Yeah.
I should. Like, sorry to say, but whoever get hit, bro. I would have been firing.
Funny you said that because some state passed a law that is gonna make it easier for like, say if you're driving through a protest.
Oh yeah, Florida.
And they get around your car, you could run them over. Yeah, you
can run them over. I know Florida definitely for a fact passed that.
But I agree with that.
No, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah. They be stopping cars in the bridge and shit.
Yeah, I don't have a problem. It's just my thing is I probably just want a little bit more dexterity to it. If it's like one of those mob people that's like you said, stopping your car, hell yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm like, what do you do when it's the other kind of protest that's not really trying to get in front of the cars, but it's a lot of them, so they're in the way. That's why I said I want a little more dexterity to it.
Should there be a protest that they're stopping a highway?
That's the whole point of the protest. You can't if you do a protest. Let me give you a scenario so you can better answer it for me. Like, remember the Colin Kaepernick kneeling during the game?
Mm-hmm.
Say if he didn't do that for the game, how would you think another avenue he could have went to protest? Where's another avenue instead of like kneeling on the field?
I don't feel like he was doing that much of a damage though, because it wasn't stopping anything.
But like people forget the whole point of the protest is to make it uncomfortable so they can hear you out,
Okay.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the protest, because if you're not really like making no noise, you just marching on the sidewalk.
Right. So scratch the.
I don't like the mob that's wilding out. Hell, you run them over.
scratch the like them stopping like a highway and shit.
Yeah.
But if they gather around your car
Oh yeah, that's what those
Yeah.
guys. Yeah.
and they like damaging it,
Oh hell yeah, run them over.
Yeah.
I was just speaking more for the people that's they're blocking you, but they're not attacking you or being aggressive. It's just a lot of mobs, so you probably got to drive slow. I said that don't run no more. But the people that surrounding you, hell yeah, you supposed to.
nasty.
Oh yeah, you supposed to stand there and just let them hit you. Like, I mean, destroy you and take you out the car. Like hell no.
Yeah.
Run them down. So I don't got a problem with that.
I don't have a problem with people bringing out guns, saying you're not gonna rob my house.
Nah, I don't know, bro.
Showing them what it is. If you come in
I
here,
don't
I'm
know.
gonna spray you.
That's why I'm all for that whole 2A movement. I'm pro the guns and shit. Because when all them riots went down,
Mm-hmm.
you know the communities that never got touched?
The white ones?
The Koreans.
Because
Brought
they
their
had
guns out. They was
Yeah.
on top of their roofs with their guns. Like I said, people ain't gonna respect shit unless they know it's a threat. That's the only way people is gonna respect you.
And this
If
should
they
be
know you a threat in some form or fashion, then no one is gonna they're gonna think twice before messing with you.
and this should be like a thing of like you can defend yourself.
Hell yeah, but you got these Democrat states like Illinois and New York.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow you can't like defend yourself with a gun, but we have the highest gun problems than the states that where them shits are illegal at.
I don't know.
I don't understand how that shit works, but
Yeah.
that shit is weird. Like if you got a business in New York, they should make it more easier for business owners to at least have a firearm or something.
Yeah.
I'm tired of handing out these guys getting robbed at their business and they can't do shit. They can't do nothing. I'm tired of hearing that, bro. Like they need to do something with these self-defense laws. Like, why you gotta worry about the next man's life and he ain't worrying about yours?
Yeah.
I think there's something completely wrong with that. There's something completely wrong with that.
You think if everybody's allowed to have a gun, the crime will go down? Or you think it'll just be like shootouts everywhere?
It definitely won't be shootouts everywhere. It put a sense of it definitely will drop because now everyone knows everyone has this is a threat just like you. Like I say, New York City, no, not even supposed to have guns, but we have the highest gun problems than Atlanta, than Texas, than Arizona, all them places where you can have guns.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I think I use them as an example when I'm just saying I don't think it will be like shootouts everywhere. I think it gives people power when they know they got that kind of command over.
I wish somebody brought guns into my life earlier.
Oh yeah,
like hunting and all that shit.
Oh yeah. I was gonna like this whole pandemic. Like even before, I was looking at like survival classes, shooting ranges. My problem is I was always trying to go with someone, but now I'm like, fuck that, I'm going by myself, man.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, if I keep waiting for someone, you're gonna never do it, you know?
I remember someone told me, like, I was doing mad shit. I was doing stand-up. I was doing, like, I forgot what you call it. It's like interviews and shit. And a friend of mine is like, yo, you doing all this shit. You really not waiting for me, huh?
No.
No. I didn't even think of that. And, like, not to...
Until he said it, then you was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not waiting.
Yeah. He's like, let me come to your next show and all that. I was like,
oh, cool. You can come, but I'm not waiting for you.
I'm not waiting. Once I perform, I'm out of there heading to the next spot.
Yeah.
And you gotta go. You gotta do everything yourself.
Yeah. I was gonna go to this archery cast and all to shoot bows and arrows and shit. Mm-hmm. This is like before the pandemic. But like I said, my problem was always waiting. And now, man, shit over and on. I'm just going, man. I said, fuck that. I'm gonna go.
I remember going to other states by myself, Jersey.
Oh yeah.
Just to perform. Go by yourself.
Oh yeah. So, yeah,
you don't have to watch anybody. You don't have to worry if they ate.
So yeah, man. So they need to do something just in this country for about people protecting themselves. As far as New York, at least let a business owner get a pistol or something, man.
Yeah.
Something, man. Like this whole thing.
I think it'd be like a high. It'll start off with a high shootout thing. Like
once people get the message, like,
yeah,
people got fucking people shooting back, you know,
and then it'll go down.
Yeah, I just like I say, like you never seen no one trying to rob a gun store.
Mm-hmm.
They know it's gonna be return fire, you know.
But should you like Dave Chappelle said something, right?
Yeah,
and I think he's against guns.
Yeah, I think so. I think he was like
in order to get the guns off the streets, for them to stop automatic weapons. Every able-bodied black person
Oh
is
yeah.
registered for a gun.
Yeah.
Uh, I think he's not lying,
So
but
yeah, a lot of those gun rules came like recent. Remember, a lot of these gun laws came when black people started arming themselves. Mainly the Black Panthers.
Mhm.
When they was going up to Capitol
Capitol
they wasn't
building.
shooting no one, but they were just letting
They
you
just
know
walk
we
around.
armed. You
Yeah.
know, you're not gonna just come and push us around and shoot at us, and we ain't gonna shoot back. So that's when a lot of them laws came in. So he made me. I agree with him on that.
Mhm.
Like even like back in the days, you go to 200 years ago or whatever. A lot of them guns they wasn't selling to black people. That's why a lot of times like the white guys were able to go into the black town and community, take the women, rape them and everything.
Go on the pickup
A
truck.
lot of them companies, I got some gun companies, gun stores, they wasn't selling to black people, you know.
Everybody was around but couldn't do shit.
Yeah.
Shotguns.
Yeah, exactly, you know. But
Yo.
you know, notice how quickly the laws changed once black people started arming up and saying, yo, you shoot at me, I'm shooting back. Then it's like, oh yeah, you can't have this, you can't have this, you can't have that. So I agree with Dave Chappelle.
Guns changed the matter of history.
Oh yeah.
Like once this dude made a revolver, and then like sorry, icing all the Indians.
Oh no.
When you could just shoot.
What's the history of the revolver? That's the real story?
Yeah.
What's the history of the revolver? When them shit
well, before they had like rifles where they could shoot only one time. And then once that was over, the Indians could come and they could shoot arrows. They have like hammers, axes and shit.
Every time, go ahead.
Then
the tomahawks.
I forgot who's the maker of the revolver.
Oh, I should have known, man. Damn.
What?
I did research on this. The first revolver, Samuel Colt.
Yeah, Samuel Colt.
Oh yeah, I should have known. I seen the name like that. Shit just came back to me. Yeah, 1835.
And you could dodge a bullet, but 6 bullets.
Yeah.
And then later on, they had the Gatling guns.
Yeah.
Started getting worse.
Samuel Colt 4.5. Yeah. That's what. Pretty much, man. Like I said, people respect potential threat in some form. You know. Like that's why I learned too over the years. Contracts and agreements don't mean nothing if you can't enforce it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, go to the music industry. I think this would be easier for people to understand. Like, a lot of in the industry, music industry, people get their songs stolen all the time. You get an upcoming artist like you and myself, you know, writing songs, record some A&R, some high-level record exec, hear it, take it from us and give it to who's a popular? Give it, I don't know. Give it to Cardi B or something. We want to sue, but we can't win. We don't got the pockets to challenge them dudes. They could drag that shit out so long. By the time they give us what we owe, we giving that all to the lawyer.
I mean, everybody who sue, what's his face? Drake seems to win.
Yeah.
He just pays them off.
You gotta have exactly. You got the pockets.
Yeah.
Because even a bad deal, like for a position that we at right now, if that happened to us, we're gonna just take the offer.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna say he dragged this shit on for 5 years. We're gonna be broke.
We lost
by the time he give us the money. Exactly. We gotta pay the lawyer and that's it. And we still gotta pay back the fees because we ain't make nothing. So if he takes your song and say, yo, I got 80,000 for you, I got 150 for you, or your lawyer's gonna sit down with you and say, yo, it's best you take it because all he gotta do is just push the date back. They're gonna push it back. Now something that's probably supposed to be done in a year and a half is gonna take 4 years to settle in court. And think about all the fees. And he said, I'm gonna charge you X amount on this every time for every court. You're gonna say, yo, I know I should probably get 5 million, but I'm gonna take the 150. That's why I learned all those agreements, it don't mean nothing if you can't enforce it. Like I say, people only respect a potential threat in some form or fashion. You gotta be a potential threat for them to respect you.
I have a couple of like fucked up ideas that I want to bring.
That's
but
scary.
One of them that segues into this is that, you know, women get raped, right? Like there's a dude named No Neck Ed on 90 Day Fiance.
Oh, that's the short stubby.
That's the short stubby guy.
Yeah, I think I see Albert in the video.
Apparently, he raped somebody.
Oh shit!
He raped a person that used to work for him, and this is what I'm upset about. Is that so many people who get raped or something, they take a settlement outside of court where they can't do anything because they took money.
Yeah.
But if you, I don't know, my mind frame is a little different. Why would you take the money if you could put this person
put him in jail?
Yeah.
That's the big thing. I was watching. It was a different show, a podcast that Joe Budden had.
Mm-hmm.
It was on Revolt TV. I think it was called State of the Union. And that was one of the discussions they was having, like if he really touched you, why not just you want to put him in jail? Why are you taking the money? Mm-hmm. And another argument I think Remy Ma made, like, you can't tell someone what's going to make them feel better. If the money is going to make them feel better, that should be okay. But putting a guy in jail, make him feel better, that should be okay. And I was cool with having a choice, but it kind of made me wonder, like, yeah, but why wouldn't you want to see him in jail? But then again, remember, these people probably, working hourly jobs or whatever, don't got much, and they hear life-changing money, that shit probably alters their whole decision.
Yeah.
They probably hear, you probably working a job, they probably making $40,000 a year or whatever, which is like 20 something an hour. And they hear, oh, okay, such and such is willing to settle for you for $2 million. You probably like, I do want to see him go to jail, but I can retire with this money and take care of my family. So, I don't know, good angel, bad angel, or whatever. Or
the girl was like basically just saying that.
No, this is this story, right? His situation.
Yeah,
like the girl was
his
saying,
situation.
Okay.
That he'll get arrested and probably get on parole. Probably won't even go straight to prison.
Probably put him straight to parole, house arrest or something.
And I guess just noticing she took the plea. I mean, she took the money. She could still like damage his his reputation.
Yeah, public
from saying that outside of it.
Yeah, so A got money? No, that A. She's suing him, the company, or
she's suing him, or she tried to get him in jail.
Yeah.
She took a settlement from TLC.
Oh, the show.
So TLC probably saw him as a cash cow. So let's
protect that, because we can keep bringing him on the show and he's getting ratings.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, I see what they did.
Yeah.
I see what they did. I get it. That's their golden goose,
Mm-hmm.
So they was like, hold on, keep bringing this guy every season because he get the highest ratings. People are talking and tweeting about it. Say, let's pay this girl. Oh, I see what they did. Because I was like, yo, he got money? Well, how she saw how much she getting, bro? Right. Oh, it's the company. Okay, it's the TLC.
Yeah, they do good. So they probably got like 100,000.
That's what I'm saying. They probably, hey, what's going to, boys want, hey, let's talk to your lawyer. Talk to us. Say, this is the agreement. But I'm surprised they didn't put an NDA with it. Wow, that's surprising because you said she's still able to talk about it, right?
I don't think NDA discloses sexual offenses.
Oh yeah, there's nothing to do with okay.
So, just like Jake Paul, right? Once you go in the YouTube house, you have to sign the NDA that anything that you happen in there, you can't say.
Yeah.
But NDAs don't count for felonies. So if you commit a sexual act or rape or whatever, you are allowed to mention it and whatever.
Yo, but wasn't something like that going on? I remember the presidential debates. I could have sworn they said something like that on Biden. Some sexual, I wanted them Biden or Trump. And it was like he had all the women sign NDAs not to talk about it or something. So how did that work in that case? I wish I had better details so I could explain it directly.
Probably Trump. It was probably just like sexual relations that you can't talk about.
It wasn't no rape or nothing, okay.
It probably wasn't no rape. So
yeah, because I heard situations like that when I'm like,
if you said like rape or something, then you could like talk about it and then try to like pursue something. But
yeah, I'm gonna have to research it because I heard like stories like that. I ain't know they don't work for sexual.
But also like it could backfire. Like somebody said that two girls tried to I think friends. So I say Justin Bieber raped them,
Yeah.
and Justin Bieber sued the shit out of him with
Hell yeah.
defamation.
Hell yeah. Destroy my good. You
Mhm.
gotta prove it. That's the dangerous shit.
Yeah.
Like the woman that's playing them games just to try to scare and spook the guy, the artist or whatever. That's a dangerous thing. I always encourage more celebrities when they get hit with them bogus cases. Even if you ain't getting no money, make an example out of them.
Mm-hmm.
Put them motherfuckers in jail, scare the fuck out of them. Like TK Kirkland. I think I told you about this one time when.
What, the football player?
No. The comedian TK Kirkland.
Mm-hmm.
Who raised you? he is a story years back in Atlanta or whatever. When he met this girl at a comedy club, they hooked up, did their thing. A day later or two, she seen them with another girl. He seen her, he arms wrapped around. He said what up to her. She said what up. And now on his flight going back to where he was at, he gets a call from the owner of the club like, yo, you gotta fly back here. You getting the police camera action you saying you raped the girl or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He went back over there, in police custody. They questioned the girl, find out she's bullshit, she lying. She was just mad for I guess because he was with another girl. It was just like a one night stand. It wasn't his girl. You seen the girl, they hooded up, they hit, and they asked him, "What do you want to do?" And TK Kirkland said, "I thought about it, and I think in Georgia, in the state of Georgia, you get hit with a rape, that's automatic life or 25 or something like that. That's like automatic 25 years, I believe." So he said, "No, I think he countersued or whatever, pressed charges and shit, and put her ass in jail. So what he got, she's gonna get." And I said, "Good,
yeah,
good." And I think like artists or celebrities, I should say, anyone in that type of spirit, because a lot of them people I think get hit with bogus rape cases, man. They're easy targets. They famous. They know it.
I remember that football player. I think it was like a first round draft pick. Had sex with a girl, and the girl said that he raped her, and he went to jail. Then later on, she said that she didn't get raped by him, and then he got taken out of jail, and he's not getting his NFL career.
Nah, it's gone. He's drawing his life for how whatever long he in there, he can't get it back. Ain't no team gonna offer him a deal. You fucked up his. That happened to quite a few football players.
And they're just asking her like how she feels about that. She's just shrugging her shoulders.
Yeah, they don't care.
Yeah,
they don't care, man. Like it was a situation. This might be the same situation when a football player that got locked up and went to jail. He gets out of jail years later, and that girl asked to be his friend on Facebook. And I said, "So you gonna request the guy that supposedly damaged and traumatized your life to be your friend on Facebook?"
I can understand that because if you go, it's not a thing to understand, but when you are the victim, apparently that you want to have a relationship, some type with the offender to later on understand why that happened, or can I fix you so you don't do that thing no more.
Yeah, but in this situation, that wasn't the case. There's there's one guy that lost his college career,
Yeah.
Woman lying and tape come out, it's footage of, oh no. What it was is what a lot of times be happening with these girls, they have boyfriends. They think, oh, these stars really like me. Them stars don't like me. They just want to have sex with you.
Yeah.
These guys fuck them. They probably let the whole team hit or whatever. And she thinking this guy is her boyfriend. He's like, no, I'm not my woman or whatever. They so scared and terrified of their boyfriend finding out that they make up some bullshit, And that was the case for one of them college players. She had a boyfriend, scared her boyfriend was gonna find out, so she lied and say he raped her. The footage come out like the dude ain't even raped. He's anything that you see on the footage. The guy is pushing her away like you don't hear what they're saying, but it looks give you a sense. He's like, yo, leave me alone. Stop touching me. Stop touching me.
Fucked up thought, right?
Yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of fucked up thoughts. I don't believe that you should get in trouble saying like you're a boss, right? Say you're a boss and you're working and stuff, have a desk, and then you have the girl in front desk. I don't think it's an abuse of power if you sleep with them. What do you think?
I won't say it's abuse of power, but it's a dangerous game because
They say,
what if she puts that accusation out there? Now the company, remember, they worrying about their image. That's what the real problem is. It's not so much of them sleeping together. They worrying about their image. What if she comes out and complain and he did this and that and the company knew, and like if you running a business, you don't want none of that negative press, you know?
Judge of society.
Yeah, like that's why sometimes like I ain't honest. When I was younger, I used to be like against it, like because it used to be like, you know, rappers.
Yeah, I'm not saying like he's like forcing himself on her.
They both agreed to,
like they both agreed they do this thing. Like a consensual. Yeah. What if they have a relationship? What if they have a marriage from it?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Nothing like on top of the woman like that.
And the problem is too, it could be like favoritism come into play now because he's like the regional manager and she's the manager under more regular supervisor or associate. The favoritism, all of that, you got to take into consideration. We was talking about getting into trouble as getting fired, right? Or like in jail. You don't get in jail for that, you just get fired or whatever.
I think it depends.
It depends if it's like a real situation, but like just in general, you're gonna just probably get fired, and that's why it's a.
I don't know if Harvey Weinstein forced himself on people. He probably did, right?
He did, but a lot of the stories I hear, he just do creepy shit like block the door and pull out his pants and start whacking off in front of them.
All right, so
he do weird shit like that.
So instead of that, because that's too much.
He wasn't really like, from what I'm hearing, he wasn't really touching them. He was just really like just jerking off, locked them in the room, and they gotta watch him play with himself. He'll block the door and do shit like that.
So he could just be prostitute. I don't know.
I don't get this shit, bro. I say the same thing all the time. Like, why rape anyone? You could pay hoes for that, bro.
So what if like you just handing people out roles if they do stuff with you? Like, listen, if you want to have this role as Catwoman, you gotta suck my dick.
I'm pretty sure that happened. There's been a lot of movie stars that come out,
and then they say no. You go, oh, okay, no worries. I have a TV show. They can't be in this movie if you want to.
Netflix had a little short series about that, the history of Hollywood or some shit like that. There was a lot of that shit going on. Like these gay guys, directors, pretty much tried to get the main guy to suck his dick for the role or whatever it is.
Terry Crews.
The guy wasn't with it. Yeah, man, that's the whole thing. Like, yo, you want to get on, so yeah, I can imagine. But I actually heard actual actors say that, you know.
Okay.
About they told themselves, hey, what you want for this role, you know?
See, I changed my answer. I could learn. Maybe that is wrong.
So that stuff happens. Really, what makes it wrong though is the potential problem it could cause, you know. As far as like movie directors, ain't really no problem.
It's just image.
Yeah, you can't do that. But as far as like when you're in a job, it's just the whole image and public perception. Like, it's even if you do get proved innocent, it's still kind of like a stain. You know, it's kind of like it's still a dark cloud over you.
Yeah.
Even if you get proved innocent for like, I don't know, Ben Affleck get proved innocent for rape, it still hangs over his head. Even if I seen it, the girl or the woman that was accused, it could be a bullshit lie, but it still like hangs over your head that you was even in that position, you know? Because, you know, public perception is a motherfucker.
I'm trying to think of somebody who actually recovered from that type of accusation, and it's not coming to me.
Yeah, nothing comes to my mind at first. Yeah, definitely nothing comes to my mind.
All right, you choose. Biden Tulsa bombing or my new conspiracy that I kind of like.
Oh, which topics?
Yeah.
I was gonna say Wild Out all 3, but what the fuck Biden got going on?
No, he's just admitting that the Tulsa bombings was a massacre.
Oh yeah, but what are you gonna do? That's the whole thing. That's what the whole, because you still got those people. There's still the people alive that actually lived through it, and they still like fighting. Like, yo.
I think so. It's just big because
it's
government
the anniversary.
Acknowledged it.
Yeah.
Because usually they try to be like
they sweep it under the rug.
Yeah.
They really sent the military over there. They was in planes dropping bombs over that town city. It was really like Americans, a whole America against that black town, the city.
That's because they were doing more well.
Yeah, but
Do it again.
the reason,
Not the bombing. I'm like,
I know, we know.
I gotta put my words right. Just like
Yeah. That's the history of a lot of like. Another one was like Durham, North Carolina. A few decades before, like I believe the Tulsa, Oklahoma, Rosewood, Florida. A lot of black towns that was thriving, and the reason they were thriving because the segregation laws.
Mm-hmm.
So it kept the black dollar in the black community, but also
It's
black can't shop white, but white can shop black. So I'm taking your white dollars and keeping it in my community, and I'm keeping my money, our people in the community. And they say the dollar will circulate like about 40 times before it actually leaves.
Mm.
So a lot of them towns were $1 million little towns, and just think about like some white supremacists. I feel like he better than everyone, and he see these black people with nice horses and cars and businesses, and he's like, "What the fuck? I'm supposed to be doing better than them. How the fuck they?" So
just to wonder if that town that you bombed, like the information that could have been spread.
Oh yeah, that's why I just always use that as an argument. Well, every time when I come across someone that say, "Oh, all black people do is complain, y'all don't build nothing," and I'm like, "Yo, we building right now, and every time we build, government laws, presidents come fuck it up."
Yeah.
Like FDR when he fucked, I think it was Durham, North Carolina. We built like them interstate highways through the community.
I think so.
They built it through black communities, and this one was pretty brutal too. They didn't give them no warning. They found out through word of mouth. If you don't move your shit out here, they're gonna come with the police and they're gonna shoot on sight.
Yeah.
And that's what happened, Rosewood, Florida, another. So I'm like, every time black people build something,
so what should be done?
No, keep building. Don't give up, but you gotta learn from history too, man.
I'm saying from the
from
acknowledging the Tulsa massacre. And
now what are you gonna do? Because some of them people are still alive that actually lived through it, and they was asking for reparations for them. I'm like, you acknowledge you smacked me in the face, but what are you? What comes next?
So California is talking about like doing the reparations thing, right?
Yeah.
What I would do is like look up whomever was there at the time. Look up family trees, and then
I don't think everyone should get it. Only the people that actually had the ties to it. Like, no disrespect to the international black people. Sorry, Ethiopia and Senegal, Ghana. Sorry, the West Indies.
Yeah,
I'm talking. This is like the actual people that actually
was directly
the ties. Yeah, that actually had families tied to this land. Versus the people that came over from Belize or something, that came over from Somalia or whatever, No disrespect to y'all, I love y'all, man. But I agree with you. Was about to say
just citizens. So like if you was there and you was directly affected. Say if like your cousins died and they were the rich ones and they were. Of course, they were probably helping you out, etc.
And not just that, like the other incidents that happens too, like with a lot of black people that bought land and got the land snatched from them and shit like that, and resold, and it was a lot of shit like that happened throughout the 19th century since black people was free, even during slavery, because some slaves were able to work off and buy or whatever, come up with a deal with the slave master, how much you need, and to get their freedom papers and stuff like that. Yeah, but a lot of them kept getting their land took, similar to like with I forgot who's the president with the Manifest Destiny. All of previous presidents kept working out deals with the Native Americans. We're not going to take no more of your land. Here's the treaty. And they kept pushing them back. The next president come, I don't give a fuck what that president did. I'm the president now. I'm taking your land,
Yeah.
The same thing happened. I forgot the president with the 40 acres and a mule. That was going to be the reparations at the time. But I think that president died or something happened, and the next president came over and said, I'm not doing that. I'm not giving you no 40 acres. Fuck y'all.
40 acres sound good though.
Nah, that sounds great. So that's one of the things that I heard some black leaders or powerful black people talked about.
Well,
they said they're supposed to get 40. Yeah, they equivalent to what it's supposed to be now.
Like Native Americans, like they have their own land?
No, a lot of Native Americans got there, They got like half of Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
They got they concentration. No, not concentration.
Damn.
What was it? Reservoirs or whatever, reservation camps or whatever. They got camps where police got no jurisdiction over. It was a story where some Native American man raped a 3-year-old. Police grabbed him, but it was in their territory.
Can't do
They
it.
couldn't do it. They had to let the man go. So I'm like, something can be done now. Like, you get what I'm saying? Native Americans get this. The world is still paying the Jews for the Holocaust, which me and you haven't done anything, had nothing to do with it, but our working money still goes to them. You know, the country money still goes to them. And just look at it like with the Asians, they're a protected group of people now. Watch what you say. Anything, it's a hate crime. It's these two females in Houston that got into a little incident over there, and one of the ladies said a little Asian woman, and an Asian lady reported that to the police, and they charged them with a hate crime. I said, because they said little Asian women?
Yeah.
I can understand they say, fuck you Asians or fuck you Cambodian. Now you can buy a hate crime. Bro.
Context is important.
That's what I'm saying. So now I'm like, they're a protected group of people. But every time when black people go, we can't do nothing, man. We can't help you. But then when something is about to be done, they try to include everyone.
But Asian, no for Asian.
No, I'm not mad at them. Right? They did what they're supposed to do.
I'm not mad at them. They're doing their thing.
Yeah.
But Black Lives Matter, I have a separate topic about that, but what they went through, right? There's been years in the making.
Yeah.
Of like everybody protesting, flipping over
2013,
cars.
I believe, Eric Garner. That's when the shit's like started.
Yeah, and they had to go through all that, and black people still not getting no change.
No change, because we get
Asian people because of the coronavirus. Maybe it's always been happening, but mainly because of coronavirus.
The whole pandemic
elderly Asian people.
Look how quick they was able to get
and they was able to get that.
That was my whole thing. I ain't mad at Asians. I did y'all fucking job. They did what they supposed to do. What I'm saying is, every time we go up to these leaders, presidents, whoever, we can't do nothing, or I can't do anything just for black people. How is that law you passed for the Asians? How that benefits you, Joe?
Yeah.
That don't benefit everyone. How is you giving Native Americans their own city and jurisdiction? I don't benefit from that. But when black people say, they say, oh no, we can't just do it just for black people. And that's where the problem come out with a lot of black people. Be like, oh no, you give something to everyone else. Like,
give black people land.
A lot of these, I'm with it.
Yeah.
I'm with it. You give us some acres where y'all got no jurisdiction like the natives, I'll take that,
Just have like black police and
I'll take that.
Not even black police. They
decide exactly. They decide how they govern. I'm for that, like I'm not against that stuff, man. I just always hate when it's Yeah.
You keep going, it's on YouTube.
Yeah, I just always hate like when black people do say that everyone gotta be included, Because I said there's laws passed for other groups of people and not everyone is included. Why black people gotta include everything? I said we already helping everyone out. Look at Martin Luther King and all them civil rights bill, but everyone benefit from the civil rights bill more than black. Like if they said, what's the affirmative action? Numbers show that white people, especially women, benefited more than black people. And it's like cool, but a lot of these immigrants or something, they come over, they got a problem with black people this, and I'm like, because what Martin Luther King did, he made it easier for y'all to eat in this country.
Yeah.
Y'all get jobs because of affirmative action. Y'all getting all these tax because of the civil rights bill. Now, what he probably should have said, no, keep this for only black people. Now, would he be wrong? He'd be like, why all these people coming from other countries with this president's racist attitude towards black people? And I'm like, you eating off of the laws that black people passed it so you can stay here.
When you were growing up, did they teach you and show you everything that Malcolm X and Martin Luther did?
A lot of this I heard from.
It's like it gets buried and forgotten.
It gets buried and forgotten. A lot of this stuff I got from my brothers, talking to people outside, doing my own research. And one dude back at high school, I liked him, Puerto Rican dude, Mr. Barrero. He used to like tell me all of that shit too. He used to kind of sometimes be like off the record with it too. He used to be like, I know this is what I'm supposed to teach you, but tell me this is the stuff that's not on the curriculum.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like them, man. Mr. Barrera, wherever you are. I know he like ended up leaving because he got offered a principal role at a high school in Queens. So, yeah, he's one of my favorite teachers, man. Yeah, shout out to Mr. Barrera. He used to always teach me that stuff too. Like
definitely keep progressing. Don't fucking
the Black history. Like the whole time, like I remember when he was teaching us about Paul Revere, the Brits are coming, letting them know the British are coming. Like he was by himself. It was a black guy doing it too, but he didn't get no credit.
Yeah.
They just talk about Paul Revere. Like even like Memorial Day just passed, but Memorial Day was started by black people. It wasn't called Memorial Day at the time. It was called something else because black people was fighting in these wars. They wasn't getting no Medal of Honor. They wasn't getting recognition. So that was something we created for us to say, if we want to celebrate our soldiers,
And then it was taken
over.
over.
America hears about this. Hold on. Took the,
Right.
It's a reason this stuff ain't telling, because when they tell this stuff, it's gonna really like bring up the real shit. Everyone knows a shady past, but it gets real in depth and detailing.
My new conspiracy, right, is that like I saw it on TikTok, and there's like a YouTube video that I'm trying to find that. So.
Yeah. You've been sending me a lot of TikTok. You send me some good shit.
So Mexican people look like Native Americans, right?
Oh yeah, I have seen. Right. Yeah.
So Native Americans are like Eskimos, right?
Mayas, Inca, Aztecs. They could have been Eskimos, yeah.
In a way, Mexico kind of look like Asians, right?
Yeah.
Africa has all their countries, right?
What you mean by all their countries?
No, like they all look alike through the plane.
Not really. West and central, kind of. South and east, they look a bit different.
The conspiracy is, what if white people are the aliens?
Yo, I could have sworn I heard this somewhere, bro. No, because it's really like,
because no one looks like them. They come, and all they want to do is take over.
It makes sense, bro. It's funny. It's funny because the why you broke it down, because really, like everyone in the rest of the world, like around the world, have some kind of melanin in their skin. Yeah. No one was really pale, and everyone has some kind of tan.
And what they were saying is like, oh, the science says white people are so white because of the cold weather,
which is bullshit.
But Eskimos,
exactly, they've been living up there,
and they're dark as fuck.
Yeah. So I think that's the bullshit. They gotta understand too, but I don't think they do enough making clear. A lot of scientists and science stuff be wrong. A lot of times they be making a guess and they try to find things. They make a hypothesis, right? Hypothesis, and they try to get facts and things to back up their research.
It's just
but that don't make any sense.
And they just trying to add conclusions.
Your hair get darker and curlier because you're in the sun, and it's like, cut it out, bro.
Yeah.
It's like you said, explain that Eskimo situation to me. What's the girl? Avatar Korra. Explain her. Why she look the way she look.
Yeah. Why is she dark?
Yeah.
And negative degree weather.
Yeah. Well, the science also do say a lot of those the white genetics are recessive mutations. So that's another conversation to have.
What do you mean?
Like the get color eyes, that's a mutations. That's genetic mutations. Recessive, weaker genes,
Yeah.
The straighter, loosey hair, that's recessive, loosey genes. So I think it's funny that why you broke it. These maybe they the aliens. They want to take over.
They want to take over.
It's funny how you broke it down, bro.
All they did in the matter of history is take over, and now they're not taking over anything. Instead of taking over land, because they already have the power, they're taking over social constructs,
taking over culture, your way of thinking. It's like they want everyone to agree to. I think it was the last week when I was telling you, when they trying to tell the president of the Philippines how to run their country. Yeah, it's harsh, but who the hell are you to tell me what's better?
Yeah.
Like, there's one thing I hate when it with the Africans or when you talk about slavery and you got the people that say, hey, it's not that bad. We made them civilized. Who the fuck are you to say what civilized were? They were fine doing their thing.
Of Chinese people and Africans?
That too, but a lot of times
White
I heard an
people.
argument like I seen on YouTube. White lady was defending slavery, said it's not that bad. We helped them get civilized. Like they already was civilized. It wasn't maybe to your liking. Like who are you to sit there and say what civilized is? You know, it's that conquering mindset, bro.
Yeah, they conquered and then they brought almost like generation fear.
Yeah.
So now every time when they see this white person, maybe not most parts of Africa, which is weird, but if you go to like certain tribes, once they see a white person, they start aiming arrows at them because they come, then they bring diseases that no one else had.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that happened a lot too. Yeah. That's what up before the African slave trade, the North American, I should say, slave trade. They was doing it with the Native Americans, but a lot of them were dying from the illness and diseases. But to the Africans, they were surviving them. They were dying too, but surviving a lot more.
Yeah.
And this with this whole eugenics, and they're bigger, they're tougher, they're stronger, they can deal with the pain more, all of that shit. Yeah. So I just wanted to add to what you were saying. They they breed like. What's that island up over there that Indians are charged of, and the government just let them be with it when they shot the Christian missionary? Yeah, because they had a past similar to what you say. They welcomed one white guy. I think he was a German or whatever.
And then he came and killed.
He came and he killed them, embarrassed them, had them do homosexual acts and all of that. And doing weird shit to them. So I'm pretty sure they told legends and stories, passed it down. When you see an outsider, just attack them. Don't be nice to them. So that's why every time they see someone, they're ready to attack.
There's a story, right? Of not even a story. I think it's real, but basically I heard on Joe Rogan Experience was that Vikings went to Mexico, and Vikings are brutal.
I heard they ventured. Yeah, they already ventured around a lot. Yeah,
but they didn't conquer. They didn't conquer Mexico. They
shared goods and
they was nice to them, and then they left. So now there's a story passed down that white men on horses, they're nice, they're cool, welcome them to open arms.
That's what happened. Yeah.
Then Spain came.
The Aztecs, the Incas, the Mayans.
They
seemed to. I forgot the general name.
They had a whole different
conquistadors. They see them. They thinking these guys were nice.
They didn't speak no Spanish. They spoke a different language. All these dudes are nice. Welcome. This dude, I think it's Christopher Columbus, wrote that these guys welcomed us with open arms, gave us everything that we wanted, and that we're going to take over and kill them. And killed them so brutal.
It's so funny. They still to this day, they don't let us see his fucking journal, his diary.
Yeah.
Yeah. They'll tell you bits and parts of it. They don't like why y'all can't publish or put out the whole thing in its exact context how he wrote it. Don't change up nothing. Why we can't see it? Because a lot of these people, they documented everything. They didn't just venture out like
they had a journal.
Lewis and Clark and all. They always documented everything. They did everything. They seen where they went at in the sea. They documented everything. They kept journals with them of years of where they been. And I'm like, why they don't let us see actual shits of Christopher Columbus, not parts of it? Let us see the whole thing raw in its entirety. Yeah, but that's the story right there. Yeah, they said he supposedly said that even when he came to Puerto Rico, the Tainos, these people will make great slaves. Supposedly, that's what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, but it's that conquering mindset.
That's my new conspiracy. This.
And you got to think too. Why would they? They're not gonna elaborate this because imagine them telling their history to a bunch of Mexicans, Puerto Rican kids, Dominican black kids, and we hear like, you guys are savages. You guys are. They don't want to. It's like you pulling the veil over their face. You know. You showing them how flawed and dangerous they don't want to do that. That's why some of this stuff ain't gonna be taught. They're whitewash it, you know. Even some states and schools they banning Black History.
Mm-hmm.
Some schools ain't even teaching it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what scares me because I know Black people, we lazy as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us ain't even teaching our kids this.
Yeah.
We just going on with the flow, and I'm like, we got to start passing out our own stories now because a lot of this shit gonna get left in the dust. It's gonna get washed over. No, we ain't gonna know nothing.
You said Black people are lazy, right? But I've been just watching this Wife Swap.
Yeah.
And there's some discipline as Black.
Oh yeah. I was just thinking like in a general, not all.
But I'm saying like if anybody hears this and they want like, I guess, like something look.
I seen one of them. You probably seen the same episode. I seen one.
Yeah,
real
like,
strict one.
Because they was talking about affirmations and they got work out 5 a.m. and do all this.
He had his whole family, right? All the kids.
There's a wife that's doing this. Oh, like the dad's there.
Had the whole kids in the yard working out. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think. That's probably the same.
And and she was just like, at the end, she's talking to this white lady, and she's like, "You guys, you have them like almost like a disciplinarians. Like there's no fun involved." And he's like, that may be true, but you're not gonna be there when a white cop comes to them, or you're not gonna be there when they have to like try to do better than a white person because they have everything so much against them. I'm trying to prepare them for the
It's
world.
Gonna be tough. Okay, yeah. I see. That makes sense. Yeah, when you put it in that context. To add to that, I think like a lot of times what Black people do, they do themselves a disservice, not teaching their kids like how to respond to police officers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say it's their fault, but a lot of the times when you get pulled through, Black people get pulled through, they don't react the right way. You know,
they get aggressive.
You know, these guys want to take you to jail. Mm-hmm. You know, they want to kill you. Don't get aggressive with them unless you're gonna go all the way. You know, kind of like fight or flight. Don't argue and challenge them if you know you don't want no smoke with them.
Yeah.
If you know you're going to go out for blood, then by any means. But if you know you're not going to do that, don't argue with them. Don't ask, hey, why you want to see them? Just show it to them. You know, don't do it.
I told you when I was
show it to them.
I was having a panic attack and went to go talk to my godbrother. We left out the house. We were chilling behind the laundromat. A car comes and I see 4 dudes in fucking pickup game jerseys.
Yeah, I think we talked about it. They got to do something about their attire. No one dresses like that anymore.
and they came out and talking to us, acting like they're not cops, but we knew they were cops. Yeah. And then they, told us they were cops, and then they're being hyper aggressive. And then my godbrother's like talking to them like that he wants to fight them.
Yeah, don't even entertain that. Yeah, that's a bad move.
And I was like,
playing right into their hand.
I was like, yo, I'm not in the mood for this. I see all the strings that's being played. We're not doing anything. There's nothing on us. They can't do anything. Mm-hmm. And the cop was just like, yeah, you're not doing anything, huh? Just eating apple? Because you're so innocent eating apple. I was like, yes, that's the most innocent thing you could do.
Yeah. That's what a lot of them do. So I just want, like all parents, like, don't do your kids a disservice. Let them know how to enter. I was being taught how to interact with police when I was 4 or 5 years old. Mm-hmm. My parents was telling me, you don't got to answer nothing. You're a minor. You wait for them for I to come. You tell them to call me or your father,
Yeah.
You wait for one of us to come, you don't got to talk to them. They told me, I was being groomed how to deal with them early. When I get stopped, I got stopped for bullshit plenty of times. I just, like I said, I know I'm not going to go to war with them. So even though shit pisses me off, I just cooperate with them. Yeah. Remember that time we was carrying that workout bench? And it was 3, 4 of them, all of them asked to see my ID. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh yeah, I showed it to your partner. Yeah, but I need to see it. I said, what are you going to do that he ain't do? And you look at it, you like bend it or whatever. I put it in my pocket. Oh yeah, let me see. I'm like, yo, the other 2, they literally did it, but I knew it was going on. But
then asked for my ID.
Oh yeah, you said, I didn't even know that, bro.
And then said something racist, and I was like,
oh yeah,
easy.
What he said?
It was.
I remember you telling me. I just
it was something in the fact of basically calling you like my slave and shit.
Oh,
and I was like,
I guess he thought you was gonna laugh it up. Ha ha ha! Give me a high five.
I didn't know.
I know that's what he. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I've been hearing like racist shit, and it's just like I can't. White people are aliens. That's where it comes down.
They expect to think you're gonna probably be laughing and joking with them. I seen like these two biracial girls, not really biracial. They more white than black. Let me tell you they story.
Mm-hmm.
One of the girls, her mom is half black and white, and her father's white.
Mm-hmm.
So she's white with a little black, and kind of the opposite of the Obama girls.
Yeah.
So she said, she of course she looks more white because that's what she dominantly is. And she said she'd hear all like the racial jokes because they all think she's white or whatever,
mm-hmm.
not knowing like, hey, I got black brothers, I got black cousins or whatever. And she's pretty much the fly on the wall.
Yeah.
So I think that's something like white people do a lot, just based off of what you telling me. They think, oh yeah, you're gonna laugh and joke and high five them and. And they'd be surprised when she said when she'd stop and check them and they'll look at her crazy and shit like,
yeah,
but you're white. Why are you? I got a problem with what I'm saying. Yeah, it's like it's crazy.
Like I remember when this happened a few days ago. It wasn't like exactly all races. Maybe it was racist. Just this rich, smug white lady walking by with no mask, and he's like, I just love how fucking black people just look at me because I don't have no mask on. I just laugh in their face. I was like, why has it be specifically black people?
I'm pretty sure everyone looked at
you. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure everyone looked at you like, what are you doing?
And that happened in 34th Street, around everybody. Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody heard and looked.
Yeah. Another thing I wanted to be in that you said it happened on 34th. I like this is a Democrat state. Black people, get this out of your mind that it's only Republicans you got to worry about.
Yeah.
There's a lot of racist Democrats. They just got a different method,
Mm-hmm.
Republicans tend to be more in your face about it. The Democrats, they talk behind your back about it,
Yeah.
Like people, there's a lot of races in New York. It's like, what's the word I'm looking for? Overt, I believe. There's a lot of overt races. They're not
covert.
Covert. It's covert. Yeah. Covert. Yeah. Covert. Yeah. A lot of them is a lot of hidden. They won't say it in your face. They won't directly. There's a lot of that in New York.
But once you get them drunk,
oh yeah.
maybe some of that comes out.
Oh yeah. Like I had like white people telling me they little stories and demons and shit that they black girlfriends or what they family say and they don't really want to tell out. I'll be like, damn. I'll be pissed, bro.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm dating a white woman and her family's really saying that shit and she don't want to tell, I'll be fucking pissed. Like, just tell me, man.
Yeah.
Me, I'm the type of guy you don't want me around. I'm not gonna be around.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine you, hey, how you doing? Every time you eat at their house, like, wash it out with bleach.
Some people we could just smell that shit off.
Yeah. A lot of that. I like to look for that too, man. I definitely like to look for that. I like to see if I can like crack that code, crack it, I know you got a little defensive shell you putting up because we're in a work environment,
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of that going on. Like one of my other guys told me he's Puerto Rican or whatever. He was doing like this maintenance job that was paying like well,
Mm-hmm.
And as he's working, he's noticing he's saying hi to these guys. They ain't saying nothing to him. They just look at him or sometimes just walk straight forward and he's like, hey, what's going on? Or he might ask for something. Do you know how to get to the the fifth floor? Is a different, they don't say nothing. And he went up to his manager or supervisor, I think it was another Puerto Rican guy, and he was like, yo, what's going on, everyone? They won't talk to everyone mean. And he's like, well, I'm the only one here. Where the black people at? And the dude told him, like, hey, when you see more people like me in charge, you will see more black people.
Yeah.
You have to tell him, like, dude, you don't see no black people here. It's for a reason.
Yeah.
He said, they ain't talking to you. It's for a reason, And that's what I think New York is. There's a lot of that kind of. A lot of them ain't going to really be like, fuck you, black people, get out of here. They're not going to be like that. There's going to be a lot of sneakiness with it. Some of them might say hi and shake your hand, but
Like, I know, like, all my black friends, they probably look at me as like kind of a white dude. But then if I hang around white people, they know.
Oh yeah.
And if I hang around, not even like if I'm
Other Hispanics.
not other Hispanics, if I'm just around more white people, right?
Yeah.
They kind of look at me as like a spick or like almost like this homeless thing to stay away from.
So you get
I get dirty looks. I get like they look at me like I stink or some shit.
What type of part that you be up in Riverdale? You get that type of situation? Are you in a diverse area of Riverdale? Or?
I'm in a diverse area.
Oh, okay, so you probably don't really.
If you go to a part where, like, if you go higher up, where there's only white people,
going like towards like Yonkers,
mm-hmm.
So they more like in the north than like.
No, Yonkers is pretty much hood.
Yeah. They like right.
But Riverdale is like despite in Dival, then you make a left and you keep on going, and then that's Riverdale. Where there's a whole bunch of mansions.
Yeah.
Once you get to that part and they look at you, it's like almost looking like a deer. Like, what are you doing?
One of my
and I was just chilling.
Yeah. Was when I was at BCC with the director or whatever, the major, I forgot the actual title, but he's a Jewish dude, and one time, he be in the car, he drove us up to where he was at, and a woman got some nerve to, I guess I think he was at a red light, and she tapped on the window and asked him, was he okay? Because he's a white guy driving. There's a bunch of black guys around in the car, but because we was doing like some filming shit. I think he needed to get like a equipment or something. Like, let me go to my house real quick and get the piece or whatever we need.
Yeah.
And the lady, I think it happened like 3 times. People say, hey, is everything okay? Everything okay? He couldn't believe it, and we'd be like, "Yo!" Because one time, after that happened, he started asking me, "Yo, what kind of racial stuff you be getting into?" And I'm telling him, he like couldn't believe it. I'm like, "Nah, we not lying. This is real, bro." Mm-hmm. And he was like, "Yo, what the hell?" He's like, "Yo, they kept stopping me, asking me, was I okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, these are my students." Yeah.
He wasn't used to,
huh?
He wasn't.
No. He was like really on some like, damn. I'm like, no, dude, we ain't lying, bro. This is real life. He's asking us our stories, and I told him like one time when I was 14, right before we got into high school, it was that summer before high school. I was going to my father. My father like lived a few blocks away from me. I'm walking, and it started to rain. I put like my hood over my head, but I ain't know. I guess it was already detective cops in the car watching me, but I ain't know I'm walking. And they came out on me, and I turned to the side, and they like, "Oh, put your hands up on what you doing. Let me see your ID." And I'm like, "Huh? What's going on?" I said, "I don't got my ID. I think I have like a. No, I have an ID." I said, "Yo, I'm 14. I don't have an ID." He's like, "You're 14." I found mine. I wasn't in high school. I gave him my high school ID. He wouldn't believe me. I said, "I don't got an ID." I said, "Is my high school ID okay?" They like, I said, "Yeah." And I showed it to him, looking like 14. I thought you was like 20 or something. I had facial hair shit early. So I'm like, nah, I'm 14. I don't got, this is the only ID I got. I don't got a state ID. And all right, cool. They patted me down and shit. Where you live at? I said, right down the block. Where? Right down the block. Where? I pointed to my building. But where? I said, I'm pointing to my building. Like, being an asshole, I guess wanted to frustrate me so I could act crazy.
Yeah.
Then he let me go. And I said, hey, well, what I do wrong? Why you stop me? He said, "Oh, we thought you was gonna rob the guy in front of you because you put your hood over your head too fast." And I said, "Dude, it was raining." Yeah. And I told him that, and I told my college director. He couldn't believe it. I'm like, "Dude," he's like, he asked. I said, "I'm not lying." I said, "I've been stopped like about bogus shit plenty of times, bro." And I guess this is his first time like witnessing some shit like that. And he's like, "Damn." Mm-hmm. So I think a lot of people really don't be thinking this stuff is happening to us because a lot of times people like to put their own anecdotal experience, their personal experience, and be like, I'm not like that. That's why I think what Ben Shapiro probably does a lot. He's probably like, hey, I don't do nothing like that. I don't know anyone that do stuff like that that's racist. Y'all lying. This stuff, I'm like, it's real, bro. Mm-hmm. I remember this is on my blog, a group. It's probably like 12 to 15 of us.
If this thing is going on with you, of course, you being stopped by police at that young of age is going to have an impact on you further on. They were saying the better thing to do is probably de-escalate, and just your presence. No one's gonna rob a person in front of a cop. You know?
But it's the fact you thought you didn't think I put my head over my head because it was raining.
Yeah.
You thought I did it because I was gonna rob the guy in front of me. This that way that thinking. I was like, so it ain't nothing. Two of y'all ain't none of y'all said, hold on, it was raining. That's why you put his hood on. You
And
assume I was gonna rob him.
This constantly happens with like Bronx cops or like cops in bad areas where they're not de-escalating. They're trying to agitate you.
Yeah.
I remember when I used to go to school and cops used to trip us, or they with their steel toes kick us in the ankles, and then once we turn around, it's cops and like picking on us and all that shit right in front.
Yeah, that shit is real, man.
I just want to interject on that story. Like, of course, that's not go down.
I believe it because I said I've been a victim of silly shit too, bro. And I noticed the story I was gonna elaborate. It was like it was 12 or 15. I was walking, we jaywalking. The cops come call pull. I said, damn, they gonna stop us because we jaywalking. We had the light anyway, but it's like I thought that's what it is. Hands up on the wall, patting us down, running their mouth talking shit. We said a little slick something, nothing too crazy because we all knew what was going on. They asked us some guns, drugs. So we don't got no. We were just going to the store, bro.
Yeah.
They patted us down, and after when they finished, this guy went on his lecture before he let us go. Like, how you got Asians and Indians and all these other immigrants coming in, making it in this country, and you guys are born in this country and you can't make it.
Was it a white dude or black dude?
It was white dudes. We was all black and Hispanics. We was all pretty much black and Puerto Ricans. And he was just saying, hey, you got Arabs coming in, you got Asians coming over here, and they making in this country, and you born here and you can't make it. I was like, that was uncalled for.
Yeah.
He just said it out of nowhere. So I was like, that's just pure racism. There was no reason for him to even go off of that.
Yeah.
He just made it about race when we were just probably throwing little jokes to each other. Nothing was racial. I said, and I'm like, what the fuck you stopped us for? I said, you ain't saying nothing about the jaywalk, so that means you just thought we all was up to no good.
Yeah.
Because you probably seen like 12 or 15 people walking across the street to the store. Yeah. So, yeah, like I said, I got plenty of bogus stories like that, The thing is just when people don't think it's true, I'm not saying you should believe everyone when they tell a story, when they say something like that, but what I'm saying is don't just...
Nah, definitely say it, though, because you have a voice. And
somebody... say it. But don't dismiss it, like, because I know what people do. They always put their own personal experience. They say, no one in my community is racist. We all love each other. So they think everyone else is like, no, it's not like that,
And it's such a stupid thing to say of why you guys can't make it. It's hard to make it, especially as a black person or an ethnic person.
Yeah.
Like Indian people, Muslim people.
Oh yeah,
their families were not destroyed, or they're not coming into the country or coming into this world where it's a one person household.
But I tell people too, the most important thing people overlook over black people, I said, all of y'all have an identity. We don't. We don't, bro. We don't have no identity. We don't have no culture. That it was traded away and taken away. Like I said, everyone black, we got Irish names, English names.
Yeah.
Those ain't our names. We have to take a culture from a culture, we created like our own. But like I said, black culture is pretty much a popular culture, so it ain't really ours,
Yeah.
Everyone is growing up doing, I guess if you want to relate it to hip hop culture, everyone is growing up seeing that stuff, It's not really just exclusive to blacks,
And then you have this like Christianity religion or probably no religion.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably nothing to base off of.
We more divided than anyone, You got black Christians fighting with black Muslims. And the Muslim thing is separate in itself because there's so many fractions to Muslims.
Yeah.
There's so many different kinds of Muslims. Not all Muslims are the same. You got Christians, you got Baptist churches, and I'm like, like I said, black people, we pretty much fighting for identity. That's the problem. Like, I know every other group got their harshness, but you still know who you are. Y'all not lost.
Yeah.
Like, black people are lost. we don't have no sense of self worth or identity because we don't know it. That shit was taken away.
I remember Patrice O'Neal. It doesn't be racist come from me, but Patrice O'Neal said,
Oh boy, he's pretty vicious, but it's funny.
he's like that black people want reparations, right?
Yeah.
And what a usual black, I'm gonna get some rims.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if you really want reparations, take that black people should not be allowed to pay taxes. And he's like, you hear the white people? Oh, he's like,
that would be a great, that would be great right there.
Yeah,
that would be great.
Like no, just like Bezos, he's basically not paying no taxes because he's just like system, just no taxes, don't have to pay shit.
Yeah, them guys got that system where they know how to allocate certain shit, where they can be like Trump and pay $750.
Yeah.
For the whole year. We like, hold on. But I punch in the clock and I don't pay that.
But what I was trying to say is like,
you're right.
That maybe Patrice O'Neal is right, that the people I know, if you gave them a thing, they're not gonna know how to make a business or thrive into something.
Yeah.
They're probably gonna just buy materialistic stuff.
They're not worrying about those guys though. The people that would do it, they love those guys because they know they're gonna put it right back in their pockets.
Yeah.
They worrying about the even if it's a small group, it could still be very powerful and impactful if those guys was to take that money and come together and do something. That's what those guys would potentially be afraid of, you know. Mm-hmm. And it was an interview with Obama not too long ago where someone asked him, like, Obama, when you was in office, why you never got like the whole black reparation jump talk started? And he said something about like, hey, I couldn't do it pretty much because he knew he would have angered the white people. And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
You did not want it to start none of that, the police reform and the reparations, because you knew you was going to anger a certain group of people.
Yeah, that's basically
there's black people for you, bro. There's black people for you.
It's going to be a type of shit if a white person does this. And then it's going to be like almost like a gift.
Yeah.
But, like, and he should have done it. I could understand.
Pretty much, he was afraid of the retaliation that would have happened if he would have done it.
I could understand his mind frame 7 years. But on that last year, fuck what they think.
Yeah, like the most powerful guy in the country is afraid.
Yeah.
That says a lot. He pretty much said he was afraid of the retaliation that happened for the white people that would have disagreed with it.
But also,
he was thinking of like
Civil War,
the Capitol. Yeah. That's what he was afraid of. And I'm like,
his
wow,
family probably gonna die.
That says a whole lot to me right there, man. That says a whole lot. Yeah, and like I said, that's the division of black people right there. That's the division right there. Every time something do get it, then you got the old people at top that can make something happen. The old guys are hating on the younger new leaders coming up. They don't want to work with them. Instead of finding things that they agree on that they can work with, they look for that one. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A person could say 99% of everything that you agree with. But instead of you going with that 9, you going on for that 1% that you didn't like. That's what we doing, bro. That's what we doing. Like a lot of black people with the Ice Cube contract with Black America, a lot of them were mad because they didn't have the power to come up with that.
Yeah.
A lot of them probably wanted to do something like that, but they didn't have the audience. You know, Ice Cube very popular. He had the attention. And now you got people saying, he ain't even a politician. He ain't even in a political guy. And I'm like, he ain't come up with that by himself.
Yeah.
He sat down with a bunch of...
I'm a rapper.
Exactly. He sat down with a bunch of black people and he asked them, hey, what would you want? What would you think would be good for us? He talked to Claude Anderson.
He became a beacon for people to unite.
And he talked and I'm like, why y'all looking for the one thing that you disagree with? Yes, he's not a politician, but he ain't come up with it. He sat down with politicians and leaders and asked them, what do you want? What should you put in with this bill? Like he said, I'm a rapper.
Yeah.
But that's the problem, like I said, with black people. Instead of focus on the things they agree on, they looking for that one thing that they don't like.
Yeah.
That 1%.
There's this girl at my job, and for some reason, she asks, "You're not a Trump supporter, right?" And then everybody looked at me, and I was like,
That's
I
weird.
said, huh?
That's weird. Why the fuck would she ask you that?
It was very random, and I just looked back and I was like, what the fuck? I think I was probably talking a little bit too much to somebody else.
She probably like eavesdropping her or something.
Yeah, and then it was like two other people, and I was like, no, I'm not. But I don't think there's any problem if I was.
Yeah.
And I don't see any issue. I don't see that. Say if I'm if I'm black,
Yeah.
and because I'm a Trump supporter, you're gonna isolate me off of you because
Exactly.
I have this Republican. Isolate me and not talk to me or do business with me because of my political views.
That's what black people need to stop doing too. A lot of times we isolate the guy that's the Republican.
Mm-hmm.
If we isolate the woman, we got to stop doing that. You know, that's horrible.
Someone brought something interesting.
Just actually was you. Damn.
Yeah, it was very random. I was like, to me, like if if she didn't catch me off guard, I would say yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was just been arguing.
You got the thing like, yeah, I'm gonna be arguing with this chick, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you chose your words wisely. Yeah.
But like Jesse Ventura, right? He was talking about what people should do in the government or for government. And he's like, realize the power of your vote. Don't vote for Republican. Don't vote for a Democrat. Vote for somebody who's out of the party and have their own set of ideals. Vote everybody out. If you want to really reconstruct the government,
everything.
If you really want to defund the police, don't vote for these two parties.
They already established, yeah. They already got their culture, their views. Yeah, you're right.
Because once a person is inside these parties, they have this allegiance
to the tribe,
set of views that's not even really theirs. They're just on the team.
Yeah. They on the tribe. Like I think that's why the media constantly bash Bernie Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
He was, voting as a Democrat, but he wasn't really a Democrat. He was more like a socialist, independent. And what I did like that came out of this election, a lot of black people switched over to independent voters, an independent party, and I was like, that's great. I got to figure out how to do it if I ain't do it already.
Mm-hmm.
Because I always say now my vote is for sale. It's for the highest bidder.
Yeah.
I don't care
it's
if
whoever
you red.
Benefits me.
I don't care if you blue. Exactly. I don't have a problem going to either side.
I didn't mean to keep you here for this long.
Oh no, I ain't mean to. It just happened.
Yeah. I saw a TikTok that I kind of agree with. Remember when I said I'm tired of talking about like politics and like Black Lives Matter? I had this girl crying to me about not even anything that happened to her. Yeah. She was like, if any white person says something to me, I'll fuck them up. And I was like trying to bring her to reality. I was like, listen, you're little.
Cut it out.
If you hit somebody, they're gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, cut it out.
But I understand what she was going after. But
yeah,
this girl brought up a point. She was like, listen, I feel like I'm just tired of it. I'm not in any views. I don't care about anything. I'm not for BLM. I'm not for Asian rights. I'm not a Republican. I'm not Democrat. I'm an individual.
Okay.
Because usually people who are in these groups usually have some toxicity to them.
That's what she was saying?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I respect it.
They do just like a BLM, right? What's happening now to leaders?
Oh, yeah.
They're resigning.
I know, man. You was talking about this. I was telling you.
Yeah.
I said I like the sayings, but I said the organization they fishy, bro.
I always like when
they fishy.
When me and you do a podcast and we're talking about something. Months later.
Yeah. That's why I said when people are fishy, man. I said I don't trust them, bro. I was saying they're getting all this money, but where are they doing it?
Mm-hmm.
And it comes to find out, them leaders is buying homes.
Fucking 4 or 5 houses.
Yeah, it's like, hold on.
Millions.
What about Flint, Michigan? They can still need some clean water. I heard you got 100 million. You could have put some money. What about the DMV, both Maryland, both DC? That's a heavily black populated area.
And then you have like a whole bunch of like white, like supporters, like White Knight. I understand you want to like defend BLM,
Yeah.
but there's also black people want to know what are you doing with the money.
Even the
and
families.
He's like, you can see all the things they're doing, and then but actually, they're buying houses. They're
you gotta actually see some results of it. I need to see the proof of funds. I don't want you to put a list of what you actually did. I'm not actually visibly seeing that. Are you building these hospitals? Are you building schools? What are you doing? You know? And even the families talked about it, like Terrell Mice family. They like I ain't never speak to these people, but they keep using my son's name. And some people I only spoke to them one time, and that was it.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, what? You getting all this money off of these sons and daughters back, and you're not in contact with them? You only talked to them one time, and some of them you never even spoke to?
They're profiting over dead people.
Yeah, you're profiting off of their sons and daughters. Like I said, what are you doing with this money? You buying 4 or 5 houses out of the country, too. One of them was out of the country.
Mm-hmm.
You had 3 in California, 2 in New York, 1 in Long Island, 1 in what the fuck?
And you could resign and keep that?
Yeah.
Nah, you got
and a lot of these
go to jail. You're embezzling.
A lot of these black leaders, like, a lot of them just sees it as a game. A lot of them really gave up on the whole black liberation and all that.
Mm-hmm.
They just see it for profit.
Yeah.
They just did. A lot of them did all that just to change their lives. They were mad because they were broke. You know? You're talking all this black this and white people this and white people. Look, you just bought homes in white communities.
Yeah.
They are rich black communities. Why you ain't buying none of your homes over there?
Mm-hmm.
You know? So a lot of that is just like, it's a hustle. It's a pimp. And pimp a whole thing, you know? I'm going to tell you that good shit you want to hear. As soon as I get what I want, you know, I'm going to just resign. Yeah, because your life is good now. You got 90 million. You bought $15 million worth of homes.
Mm-hmm.
Your life is good. You said.
How you just resign when the mission is not complete?
Exactly.
You haven't done anything.
And I'm wondering, have you ever addressed these people backlashing you? Not no bullshit statement. Have you gave a real statement? Like, yeah, like a lot of them black leaders are corrupt, man. A lot of them is on payroll to come out when incidents like this happen. They on contract to come and smooth things over, to calm things down, you know. A lot of people say that about Al Sharpton and them. You only see them for these major crises. You don't see them for nothing else.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, a lot of them black leaders are they down with it, man.
It should be like it's gonna keep on going to my app idea, but like if you have a BLM, there has to be like some type of structure. Someone's appointing you, not even like someone, just like you know, you have people expect things to happen, and if you're getting this amount of money, things gotta go in fruition. Things gotta start.
My whole thing was, I thought it was like an undercover homosexual movement. Only the leaders are all women, and all of them are the rainbow community.
That is one guy.
They got trans mans and girlfriends. They got lesbian wives and shit like that. And no man can be a leader.
Yeah.
I always thought, that's why I was always skeptical when I actually went to the website and started reading their about pages and all that. I said they were cons. And it came out to be true. I ain't trust any of them. And it's like 2 different fractions. You got like the street Black Lives Matter, and you got like these uppity up guys.
And always remember, it's homophobic if you don't sleep with a trans
man. Yo, then they tried to do that to Little Duval or Genuine.
I forgot.
It was on some reality show when the trans. What do you call it when it's the guy turning into woman? That's trans woman or trans man?
Huh? The guy
that turns into the woman. What you call
woman.
it? That's trans woman. Okay.
Yeah.
When
transition woman.
Okay, all right. So they sitting down with Genuine on the couch, and he was saying something like, "Yeah, I am a woman. See, I'm a woman." I don't know what they were talking about. And tried to give him a kiss on the cheek, and he was like, "Yo, whoa, what are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I'm a woman." He's like, "No." He's like, and the whole issue became out. People, he a homophobe. I said, he ain't no fucking homophobe.
Yeah,
he was sitting down talking on the couch with no problem. Is when you tried to kiss him, he was like, "Yo, what are you doing?"
What if you're a woman and you don't want that type of
Exactly.
affection? But you're sexist now?
Can I call you a homophobe if I try to just randomly kiss a woman? Like,
Yeah.
you don't do that, bro. Like, yeah, this whole phobia thing is getting taken out of context. That's not a phobia.
If he's forcing himself on her, but you against rapists?
Yeah, this whole phobia shit is taken out of. It's not a phobia because I probably don't agree with the lifestyle or whatever. That's not phobia. Yeah. Like, I don't even like the term anymore. I feel like it's like
ask for his consent of man to man kiss.
And whether he said no, that's ain't not wrong. How he phobia? You don't like that kind of woman.
Yeah,
that's not no phobia. Like,
I saw one TikTok just about guy girl.
Yeah.
Sounds like guy girl, whatever.
Yeah.
He was just like super straight, is very homophobic, it's against trans. You can't be super straight. It's made up. You heard about this thing, super straight?
Nah, why they always creating new terms, bro? I can't keep up with this
super
shit.
Straight is just like dudes playing around saying I only like biological women.
Oh, so I fit into that category. We fit into that category.
Yeah,
they got a term for everything.
And he's like, I am a woman. I was born a man, but now I'm a woman. I've always been a woman. I was like, but you still not a woman, bro.
What the DNA say, I bet you got an XX chromosomes, right? XY, I should say XY.
If you transition, does it chromosome change?
Oh, your bone structure, you can check your blood. Everything shows up in your blood what you are.
Mm-hmm.
Like, guys have XY and women have XX. That's why when you do that DNA and go on the family trees, you can go a lot further checking the guys, because guys, we carry both.
Yeah.
We carry mother and father, when girls just carry one side. Like that's not, they gotta stop with this. That's super straight. Like, I ain't never heard of that shit.
We're all born females, and then our clit turns into a dick.
Yeah, you're not born yet. We ain't come out the womb, so I ain't born yet.
I know it. Yeah. It's just crazy though.
Yeah. I get what they trying to do. They trying to play around with science and getting paid scientists to say these things, and like, it's ridiculous. If I was to check your blood, it's gonna say you're a man or it's gonna say you're a woman.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. It don't matter what surgery.
But why can't
our bone structures are different. Our bone, even if you test our bones, it's gonna tell you it's a different.
Why can't I have a preference? Why I just cannot be attracted to you?
Exactly.
My body is not letting me.
Yeah. Once I know, it's game over. My mind is gonna shut down. Hold on.
Like, I've been in the dude gym and penises all over. I didn't care about my eyes didn't go there at all.
Exactly.
And it's there, but it's not there. Does that make sense? It's there.
I'm not worrying about it.
It's not there.
I bet you the reaction been a little different. You seen a woman in there change you to, oh shit.
Like, when women there, like, things is happening to me.
Yeah.
And
thoughts is coming into your head, and you're like, oh shit.
I'm like, oh, this don't bother me all day.
Yeah. That's not no damn phobia. Like, they was trying to do it on one of them damn dating apps and shit. When you create your profile and what kind of woman, you can't put weight on there, and I can't put. No, I should be able to say I don't want no transitional anything.
Yeah.
I should be able to say I only want just women, not someone I identify. I should be able to put biological women, but some of them apps, Yeah, I heard some bullshit. They was trying to, why Mother's Day and Father's Day? Why we can't just have Parent Day? And I'm like, why are y'all trying to change everyone's culture? Why not just get your own day, call it Trans Day or something?
Yeah.
Why you want to take away Mother's Day and Father's Day?
I thought we just lessened one day, so I don't have to get two presents separately.
Like, that's crazy. But no, they was trying to do it to include them because they offended by the term mother and father. Like, some schools, they banning the term. They trying to. You can't say mother and father. You just got to say parent. Not parent, or you got to say, like, just whatever. And I'm like, why are they trying to impede on everyone's views? Like, that's the problem people have with you. Y'all trying to force people to think the way you think.
Jordan Peterson brought up a good point of view, right?
Yeah.
So he offends the trans and feminism community a lot, and he was like, and the lady asked him, "Why are you so offensive to these people?" And he's like, "In order to think, there's a risk of being offended. It's like when I come here, you offend me. Of course, you're attacking all my
That's part of
ideology.
thinking, yeah.
You hurt my feelings, you know. But I'm here explaining it calmly and
Just having a freedom of thought and expression, you're gonna offend someone.
yeah, but they don't want to do that.
Yeah, they don't.
And whoever, like, I understand there's violence against them. Don't go, tricking people into fucking you.
Yeah.
Guilting them into fucking you.
See, that's my problem.
Yeah.
My problem ain't so much what you trying to do. You try to force everyone to think the way you think. That's my problem. Like,
your brain.
Why are you trying to take away Mother's and Father's Day?
Yeah.
Just create a day for yourself. You could call it Parent Day. Don't sit there and say, no, you can't use, you shouldn't have your kids calling you mother or father.
Yeah.
Man, that's what I'm saying. They're trying to take everyone's culture, to leave it alone. That's your way of thinking. That's your community. Y'all can have that.
I saw one that was like my boyfriend was telling me how excited when I give birth and we have kids, knowing that I never had my period. Meaning it's a trans.
Yeah. So that was the comment?
Yeah. And basically the guy doesn't know that she was a man.
Jesus Christ.
And I was like, I was like, no offense, but if I found that out, me and you is squaring up, bro.
Like, see, and like, to keep it real with situations like this, I might sound harsh. I don't mind if a murder case happen out of it.
Yeah.
I won't even get mad. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm not saying it's wrong either. You get what I'm saying? Don't trick no one. Don't do that. You let a person know, That's horrible, man.
That can be against their religion.
Think how traumatizing that is when you can make a person go crazy over that. That is fucked up. It was something.
And in a way, in my mind, that's rape.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a false,
premeditated and all that. Oh yeah, that's definitely rape.
Let me decide.
Yeah, and get that choice.
And everybody was like, you need to tell him. You should.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
I don't even know how long they've been together, but that's horrible. You're supposed to tell that man.
And but
a lot of them feel like they don't. A lot of them feel like they don't have to.
Yeah.
If that's the problem people have. Like, I don't know what the numbers are, but a lot of the death rate with them kind of people, I wonder how much of that is based off of situations like that. You tricking a motherfucker and he thinking he got an actual biological woman and he doesn't. That's a problem.
Any type of, I never saw it personally, of what they go through. I know I hear rumors, or like I know that one dead transvestite in what is it? Transvestite?
I don't know what the correct term, but yeah, that's transvestite is one.
I know that.
I don't know which ones they like.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
It's a war on coaching, man. They say you're free, freedom of speech and shit, but people's right here really trying to convince you to think the way they think to suit them.
Yeah.
I can't have my kids call me mother or father because you feel offended. Think how stupid that shit sounds.
No, we talk about like binary.
Yeah, they trying to get it in schools where you can't call them mother and father because you're offending the trans parents.
Or no sister, Mr. Ma'am.
Yeah. I'll be dead. My parents, I'd have been dead if I wasn't calling.
I'm only known as teacher.
It's been a long time. Like, I remember, it's been a long time, so I didn't even know my parents' name. All I knew was mother and father. Yeah, it been a long time. I don't know what I was 7, whatever, 8 when I found out my actual parents' names. Like, they would have kicked my ass if I'd have called them their first name.
Yeah.
This is a point I was too scared to ask them. Like my father, I just knew his street name from when I used to be around him. He brought his friends over.
Should we
As
stop
you
this?
see, guys, time is up. We out of
Yeah.
here.
Thank you guys. There's a.
Brought to you by Briss.
I don't think you could do that.
Brought to you by Day
for
and Night.
everything we said, that I said.
Oh yeah. Sorry, yeah, we don't get sponsored by
It's all
Briss. I
on
was
me.
just joking.
My name is Timothy. So if any suing comes, send us
Yeah.
Bye. And
But they heard us on the foot.
Hmm?
We just joking.